What's going on, y'all? It's your boy 30, man. We back with another video. As always, if you're new, hit the subscribe button, smash the like button as always. Let's get right into it, man. Weird type of night. We went 2-3. You know what I'm saying? Losing days happen, but if you followed the games last night, man, it was just weird type of night. Zion, first they said Zion wasn't playing. Then he was questionable. Then he ended up playing. Then he had 3 PRA in the first quarter. He ended up having a monster third quarter in cash. That was weird. You know, anytime Zion is one of the few bets you hit, it's a weird type of night. So it's just a weird situation. So Zion cashed. Timberwolves went to overtime and cashed. That luckily cashed. They shouldn't even have to go to overtime to cover that. But luckily it went to overtime, so they cashed. But listen, what I want to talk about is the Raptors game, right? So the parlay, the Heat, that's another thing. The Miami Heat were up, I think 11 or 12 after the first quarter. They ended up getting smacked in the second half. They were down by like 20 at one point. What else happened? So the parlay died because of that. The Raptors game. Listen, y'all know every time I make these picks, all these picks are correlated and they all go together. We took the Raptors team total over 108. They were on pace. They had 29. They scored 29 points in the first quarter. They were on pace, on average, to go past that. So I get a notification from an app, you know, ESPN or whatever, showed me the halftime score. At halftime, the Raptors only had 40 points. They only scored 11 points in the second quarter. They damn near, they didn't even average a point a minute in the second quarter of an NBA professional game. The Toronto Raptors scored 11 points. So they scored 11 points. That damn near killed us on the over. They ended up getting blew out, but that messed up the average. They could have got the 108, but not after scoring 11 points. They would have to score damn near 45 in each quarter to get there, and they still couldn't do it. So, and them 11 points, you telling me that Scotty Barnes, them only scoring 11 points, had to affect his assists. He ended up with like 7 assists. He should have cashed 10 over 10 and a half assists and rebounds easily. But when you score 11 points in a quarter, what can I do with that? But hey, man, like I said, no excuses. We went 2-3. Could have easily went 3-2 or 4-1, stuff like that. But it's sports betting. It happens. So we're going to bounce back today. I ain't tripping. Y'all know, look, you know me. I don't trip. On losses, I feel like I have my best days coming off a loss. So I'm locked in. I'm focused. I got a college basketball picks. You know, I got some NBA picks. Let's hop right into them. First pick of the day, we're going to go college basketball. St. Francis and Alabama State, right? So when I looked at college basketball, I so want to touch the North Carolina game, but I just couldn't decide which way I want to go because I wanted to take San Diego State with the points like +5, +6, but I just don't know. I couldn't call it, man, with North Carolina. But everybody's on North Carolina. I just don't think it's gonna be that easy. So I felt like I had a better understanding and clear view of this game. So that's why I decided to take this game. So we're gonna take St. Francis and Alabama State under 140, right? So correct me if I'm wrong. All my college basketball guys out there who follow college basketball maybe a little more than I do, I think this line is too high. I think this line should be at like 134. So the fact that I feel like it's 6 points too high is enough for me to take the under. I don't see how both these teams struggle offensively. They don't shoot the ball shoot the 3 ball too extremely well, and then their defenses aren't lackluster. Like they play average, decent defense. But that's a recipe for under. If teams struggle to score, they play okay defense, and they don't shoot the long ball well, and they play slow as that, they get into their half-court set, run their little pick and roll or they sets. I don't see how this game goes over 140 at all. I don't see how this game goes really over 135. So I'm taking St. Francis, Alabama State, under 140. Let's get into the next one. Celtics and the Nets, right? So I think the spread is like 13.5, but you know how Boston is, they inconsistent. The Nets seem to always cover. They seem to always, no matter who they play, the team to fight. They be down early, they fight, especially against a team like Boston. You know how they go back and forth in the Eastern Conference. They always seem to cover. But so instead of taking like Nets +15 or +16, I just took Nets and Celtics over 211, right? So this is my thinking. 211, bro, listen, the Celtics could put up 125 by themselves. And what's name could put up 95, and this they could put up 100 and this will still cover. Like this should be an easy lock. This should be the lock of the day. Celtics and Knicks over 211, just score 212. I think it's going to be a tighter game. So I can see this game ending with like a 225 finish. The Nets surprises some people. Or if Boston blow them out and get hot from 3, they can still smash this line. Because Celtics, man, they're a great team and they play great team defense. But it's like they don't always show up. So they're going to show up on this random Tuesday against the Nets. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. But I know one thing is they're going to get a lot of threes up. And the Nets going to keep fighting. Even without Cam Thomas, they just fight. The Nets just cover, man. I don't know what it is about them. They just show up and play. So give me Nets and Boston over 211 total points. Let's get into the next one. Next pick. Late game, Cavaliers and the Clippers, right? So this is my thinking. Clippers are home, Cavaliers on the road. Like, I just don't believe in the Clippers defense. I really don't. And a Cavaliers team that let us down, they just blew a 16. They just lost their 16 win streak against the Orlando Magic. They didn't take them seriously, but they're definitely going to take the Clippers seriously. That's 100%. So give me Cavaliers -3 on the road against the Clippers. I just don't think the Clippers play enough defense, man. I don't trust James Harden. Kawhi's a robot, a robot that's breaking down into life. He don't always show up. I just don't see the Clippers having enough to keep up with literally one of the best teams in the league, the best team in the Eastern Conference. I don't see them keeping up. I tell you what, the Cavs better not go out there and lay a damn egg. If the Cavs, I know I say this all the time, but if the Cavs lose this game, fuck that. If the Cavs don't cover the 3, because they should win this game by 7 or 8 points. Even with Kawhi, even with James Harden, Norman Powell's coming back from injury, but he's not the same. So I was thinking about looking into his unders, but with a guy, he shoots the ball so much, he's a value shooter. He get hot in the first half, he can end up with 15, 16 points easy. So I didn't want to mess with that prop. But if the Cavaliers don't win this game, they ban until playoffs. Book it, take a screenshot. I'm telling you, they ban until playoffs. So Cavaliers -3 on the road against the Clippers. I just don't think the Clippers got enough. I think the Cavaliers are going to go in there and beat the hell out of this shit. They can win by 10. So with that same game, give me Zubac under 30.5 points, rebounds, and assists. I believe Mobley's playing. He's questionable. I swear, bro, with the NBA, you never really know who's playing. But Mobley, he should play. He should. At the moment of me making this video, Evan Mobley should play. So give me Zubac on the 30.5 points, rebounds, and assists. A couple things I told y'all, I feel like the Cavaliers going to beat the hell out of them. Not saying it's going to be a blowout, but it could. I just think the Clippers don't have enough. With Norman Powell coming back, that takes away shot attempts from Zubac. He's literally like the 4th option. With Norman Powell gone, he's been like the 3rd option. Pick and roll, catch a couple lobs. He's going to do that, but they've been going to him in the post, like trying to get a couple 4 or 5 buckets out of him in the post. With Norman Powell on the court, they're not doing that. He's like the 4th option. He shouldn't be getting the ball that much at all. He'd get a pick and roll. He might get a couple assists here and there, but he should come nowhere near 30.5. I think this line is a little inflated. I think it should be more so like 26, 25.5. And as you know in sports betting, that point of them 3 points add up to a lot. So you can lose a bet just off a 0.5 or 3 points. So give me Zubac on the 30.5 points, rebounds, and assists, man. I'm kind of focused. You know, after y'all can tell I'm kind of serious. After a losing day, I hate losing days. So I'm locked in and focused. So Zubac on the 30.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Let's get into the next one. All right. Bucks and Warriors, 10 o'clock late game, right? Not messing with the total, not messing with the spread. I'm taking a player prop. And when I think about taking an under in the game specifically, whenever I take unders, I think about the Warriors and Bucks are both top 15, I believe top 15 in defensive rating. They don't play super fast. Milwaukee gets a lot of possessions, but they don't play super fast. The Warriors shot terribly from 3 last game, so I know it's possible they can catch fire. But my prop is with Milwaukee Bucks. The player prop I'm talking about is Damian Lillard. I know Giannis gonna show up. I even know Kyle Kuzma gonna shoot the ball 10, 15 times and jack up stupid shots. Kevin Porter Jr. gonna do the same thing. But when I watched Dame, he cashed this under 35.5. I think last game they played against the who it was, OKC. He started the first half, he had like 23. I think he had 13 in the first half, ended with like 23. So Dame just looks uninterested. So I'm taking Damian Lillard on the 34.5 points, rebounds, and assists. And he could show up and try to go crazy against the Warriors because Steph is there and stuff like that. But the Warriors play great defense, and I just don't see, after a loss, Giannis going to be so like a deer in the headlights trying to be aggressive and do everything. Dame just seemed uninterested. So I just don't think, and I know it's risky taking a player under back-to-back nights, but I done had situations where I took Dame, y'all know months ago, Dame go under, have a shit game. I take him on the over next game, he still don't show up. So I don't care. When it comes to Damian Lillard, he's a great player, but he doesn't always show up. He's not always engaged and interested. So give me Damian Lillard under 34.5 points, rebounds, and assists. They bumped it down from 35.5, what it was last game when it super cash ended up with like 23. So them bumping it down 1 point don't scare me at all. So that's that pick. Let's get into the next one. Let's get into the NBA parlay. Little 2-man parlay, something simple, little plus 1-on-1 W money. First leg, Hawks money line against the Hornets. The Hawks are like 6 or 7 point favorites. I think they win this game by 5 points, but I'm definitely gonna take Hawks money line on a parlay to be alternate safe. Hornets dealing with a lot of injuries. A bet I also looked into. I was thinking about taking LaMelo over assists and rebounds because he has a high usage rate. Atlanta plays fast, but the Hornets dealing with so much injuries, they can get beat by 20, 30 in this game, and he might not play a lot. That's a real possibility. So anytime it's a blowout potential, y'all know I try to stay away from the props, but give me Hawks money line against the Hornets. The Hornets banged up. Miles Bridges is not playing, I believe. Brandon Miller's out for the season. We know that. So that's the first leg of the parlay. Hawks money line. Next leg, I got Clippers winning this game. I got Clippers -3 on a straight bet. Not Clippers. I got Cleveland winning this game. I got Cavaliers -3 on a straight bet. So on the parlay side, I took Cavaliers plus 2.5, which should be super safe. Even if they don't win by 3 on the straight, they just got to win the game or not lose by more than 3, which should be a super cover. So I don't see how this parlay doesn't cash. The last 2 nights, our parlays ain't cashed. I don't like that after having the crazy streak we did. So I want to start the parlay streak back up as well. Just a little simple 2-man W money. So Hawks money line and Cavaliers plus 2.5, man. These are the picks for the day. As I told y'all, after coming off a losing night, we ain't had one in a while. I'm kind of locked in and focused. Like, yeah, okay, this shit fun, but I want to win. I ain't like the way it felt waking up seeing all that red. I would have, as long as we could have went 3 out of 5, I'd have been fine. But that shit the Raptors pulled, they might be on my ban list for me. I might not be messing with the Raptors for a while. But these are the picks for the day, man. Let me know what you rocking with. I appreciate y'all tuning in and showing up for me every single day. I'm going to catch y'all in the comments, man. 30 out. Let's get to it.